It's time to get smarter, Coach. Let's go through some of the plays that were basically turning point plays in the game.
Sure. So this first one's on offense. It's a 3rd and 14. Obviously, not a favorable situation for us on offense. We don't want to be in too many of these. But I thought just a play that was well executed, allowed us to go down and get some points here on a big-time conversion on 3rd down, which is something that, we've done a better job of here these last few weeks. So, we shift over Richie. There's not a lot of movement on the defense. So usually you're getting some type of zone anyways in this situation. They're disguising a little bit. They roll back to a split safety look. We got Richie on a little hook route over the ball, which takes really these 3 guys, and Daniel's feeling this player right here. Mm-hmm. And as he feels him squeeze, Slayton's going to get in this window between the corner and this hook player right here, right at the sticks. And obviously the play is not going to be able to get executed if you don't have good pocket pressure, which, we got a double team here on this guy. Bellinger's helping out on the left side. We got a clean pocket for Daniel to step up in. It takes a couple hitches, throws it on time. All the receivers are in the right spot. And it was a big-time conversion. Good awareness by Slayton there to make sure he's past the sticks a couple yards so he can come back to the ball. And I'd say a big-time conversion for us on a 3rd and long play.
So when you talk about the awareness, stick awareness, obviously you know where it is, but is it a thing where your receivers have to get past that in case they have to come back?
Yeah, particularly on a play like this where we're running a deeper curl route. Again, if you see it from the back end, it wouldn't take place without the protection. So we got a couple extra players in for protection. Saquon runs over and gets JPP with a chip. Bellinger comes down here on a late game and helps inside on 99. So again, a clean pocket. We got double team, really double team over here. And you can see Daniel's eyes are down the field right now as Richie comes around. So as he's coming down in his eyes, it's just a little thing, but it makes a big difference. You can feel 6 start to squeeze just a little bit. So, Daniel's eye discipline and what he sees and how he's controlling the zone defenders is really important for this play, a well-executed play.
Okay, now here's another one, 2nd and 10.
Yeah.
Let's go through this one.
Yeah, 2nd and 10 in the 4th quarter. So, we're playing man-to-man coverage here. So, we're isolated up top, isolated here, we're isolated here. And here's number 89 who really had a good day against us, but in this particular case, I thought it was a really good call by Wink, a little bit of a change-up. The post safety is kind of cheating to this hash in case they want to go and then throw that inside fade, and we're doubling Andrews. So, we have this kind of taken care of. We, in essence, we have some type of a double over here, if you will, and everybody else is man-to-man. We're getting pushed from Leo and Dex inside, and Tay's hugging up on the running back. He stays in, so he's not out at this particular time. And then we got the edge rush, by Kayvon and by Fox. Fox does a great job of pushing the tackle back. He holds it for a second, and then Kayvon just has a really good feel. The quarterback's got the ball in one hand. He swipes at it, and then does a good job of really not allowing Lamar to get back on the ball. And everybody else, it's a race to the ball. And I think, what a really good recovery by Leo. He doesn't try to scoop it and score. He understands the situation of the game. He cradles the football, make sure we get possession of it, which was then, we ran the clock out there with Saquon on the 1st down.
Now, Coach, when we take another look at this, the anatomy of a pass rush versus escape artists like Lamar Jackson, it's you got to push inside and outside, correct?
Exactly right. And you try to keep him in a well here. And Fox just does a great job, and he's been coming along of his power rush, his 2-amp power rush, but keeping enough contain right here on the edge that just doesn't let him get out. Mm-hmm. And then we wrap him around the edge, does a really good job of getting thin, using his hands. And then these 2 big guys inside of just pushing the pocket on him. So we really got him kind of caved in here, which, he's an unbelievable escape artist, but, Kayvon does a great job right here of recognizing the ball's in one hand, in a critical juncture of the game, getting it out, and then great hustle by Fox. and really just a smart awareness play by Leo of not trying to do too much with the football, understanding where we are in the game.
Our next play here, Coach, is big contribution by the special teams. Get the Giants back in the game. It's a 7-0 lead, but to keep the game close, this was something that really tilted the field.
Yeah, I thought our special teams had a really good game this game. Duvernay is an outstanding returner, and between kicking the ball deep and our gunners with Lane and McLeod, they just did a really good job of getting down the field and eliminating any return yardage. And that's been big for the Ravens. So it was a point of emphasis all week. And then obviously the return game, being physical here, this is the one opportunity we had to return it. And I think the frontline players, these two double teams really get the play started by being physical and attacking, these guys coming down on kickoff. We get a hat for a hat everywhere else. This is a safety, he's a free blocker, and Gary just does a good job of pressing the ball and then cutting it. Two good blocks right here, by our starting receiver and by Bellinger, just to get the play going. And then Gary does a great job in the open field. We got a lot of hustle down there. It was a big-time play for us to get the ball in good field position. That was an area that we wanted to win this particular week. You want to win it every week, but, between the turnovers on defense, this big return, there was a 20-yard difference in starting field position for this game.
And, Coach, when you see a return like this, first thing you look for are flags.
That's exactly right.
But when you said that the thing that got this started was the double teams up front. So there are not a lot of guys leaking through where guys will have to hold them to prevent them from getting to the returner here. So that front line is very important in terms of preventing those type of penalties on a big return, right?
Trying to move our feet, keep our hands inside the best we can. And again, this is obviously a tough play always for the return team. These guys are coming full head of steam. But just getting a hat for a hat, there's Bellinger and there's Myrick. There's Johnson, Cam, these singled up blocks, playing physical, getting a hat for a hat. Brightwell does a great job of setting up these blocks and then hitting it out into that open gap. And we turn the safety, obviously free, don't block them all. This is his guy to make sure that he blocks by running well with the football.
Mm-hmm.